This is arguably, and it's been called in many places, the largest collective human undertaking within a 30-year period that we've ever seen. Essentially rewiring major parts of our economy and our lifestyles to recognize that we had all been playing with an externality that we just didn't know was there. We need to fix that. We need to fix that now. And the scale, scope, and timing of that will be huge and extended. One thing that's abundantly clear is, as complicated as you think this is, it's more complicated. There is no silver bullet, there's silver buckshot. There's an entirely new set of business models and technologies that need to be deployed. They need to be deployed at a scale we haven't seen before. And we're in the very early steps of what is going to be an important, complicated, and truly interesting journey. The scale and scope of this opportunity and the scale and the scope of the issues we need to address as society is even larger than we expected. This makes me only more excited about the role we can play in wiring up the feedstock of this revolution. The feedstock of the climate revolution will actually be capital. I think our minds have been trained on the technological revolution. The technological revolution was dominated by software, and capital played a much smaller role in the revolution. If you had an idea, the internet had already been built. It was delivered to you for free. It's very different to build scale plants with steel in the ground, with physical goods delivered on a physical infrastructure. Really, we're rewinding the entire industrialization of the country under a carbon-based economy. The capital needs of that are substantially larger than people have come to understand. We think the number is about $6.5 trillion a year spent on energy transition over the next 10 to 15 years, every year. And if you think about that, if 20% of it happens in the private market, the private market spending on energy transition will be bigger than the entire private equity industry is today. I feel the market has greatly underestimated the complexity of the climate question. We often look to solar, we look to wind. That's one small piece of the climate equation. We track over 80 different subsectors at TPG Rise Climate, each of which interact with the other in a way that helps to build climate solutions. We've met with literally hundreds of companies attempting to deliver those solutions in any number of situations. That complexity is an enormous challenge for investors. It's also an enormous opportunity, because if you can sort your way through it, if you can build the knowledge base and build the experience, you can differentiate yourself for your investors, and you can lead the market towards the solutions we really need. In the midst of the complexity of the climate crisis, we've really found our grounding in two concepts. The first is and, not or. This idea of focusing on great investment returns that also take carbon out of the atmosphere, and doing that with a rigor and an excellence that will drive future opportunities by having driven historic returns. And the second, and this is really important to the TPG culture, it's about show, not tell. There's a lot of telling going on around the world of climate because it's such an important issue that people feel the need to talk about it. We want to encourage that need. But while that discussion is going on, our focus is on action, making sure that we deliver for our investors, that we deliver for our companies, and that we build a portfolio that will show the world that you can deliver and, not or.